Hello, my beautiful Geminis. Welcome to Don Williams Tarot. This message is for sun, moon, or rising placements in the sign of Gemini. So if you have those placements in your astrology, this message may be for you. However, keep in mind, this is a general reading. Not all messages may resonate. So take what does, leave what doesn't, as I don't want to cause any miscommunication on any level, okay? What do I mean by sun, moon, and rising placements? So you can go to a website called Cafe Astrology, put in your date of birth, the time you were born, where you were born, and it will give you a free astrology chart as to what was happening on the planet, as well as what was going on in our with the planet alignments on the day of your birth. And those energies actually do kind of represent the energies that make up part of you and your personality. So the sun does represent your core personality. The moon represents your emotions and how you look at life through your emotions. And then your rising sign has to do with the face or the mask that you present to the world. So a lot of people do cross watch to get a full picture. Now, I'm saying this in every one of these videos for April because April is going to be one of our biggest months of this year, according to all of the astrologers that I listen to who are master astrologers. They're saying this is a big impetus this month. And of course, that starts with today. Today is April the 1st. And today, Mercury has gone retrograde. Mercury is the planet of communication. So when planets go into retrograde, whatever those planets represents to us is slowed down, or there is a breakdown, a slowdown of the energies that planet will affect. As it is in communication, there is a breakdown of communication that could happen. It could affect your electronics. It could affect your car. Anything that has any kind of machinery attached to it can be affected, as well as it can affect your travel arrangements. So if you are planning to go anywhere, you're going to want to double check, triple check all of your connections to make sure that you don't have any delays. Now, the other thing that is really big for Mercury retrograde is signing contracts. You're going to definitely want to put off signing contracts if you can. And if you can't, then just make sure that you just read all the fine print so you know what you are agreeing to, okay? Because you don't want any issues down the line. Okay. So the next big energetic event, of course, is April the 8th, which is our new moon. That is the day that we typically always create our manifestations for the month as to what we want to bring into our lives. But the interesting thing about that day is that's also the day of the solar eclipse that's going all the way across the United States, like from the Texas area, all kind of up through New York and up to Canada and up into Iceland or New Zealand, or not New Zealand, Greenland, somewhere along that trajectory. So it's a very heavy, energetic day. I have been getting in the readings that you're going to want to pay attention to what your thoughts are that day, what it is that you truly do want to manifest. Do make lists, do make, journal, those types of things, because our senses, our pineal gland and our pituitary gland will be activated. And so you might be having a lot of downloads from your higher self as to some of the gifts that will be coming online for you. Okay. There are other big things that are happening in April, but I will get to those as I progress through the month and I do more readings for you. But those are the two really big ones right now. Now, Mercury retrograde goes all the way through April the 25th. So be aware that that's about, that's 25 days. That's a long time for Mercury to be in retrograde. So what I plan to do is I'm going to pull cards for you from this deck, and I am going to pull clarifiers for those. I am going to pull a card from the, see the little dragons back there? This is the Fortune Cookie Tarot, with the dragons on the back. And if you do follow Chinese astrology, we are in the year of the wood dragon. So I just thought that would be fun to pull a little card to recognize that energy as well. And then at the very end of your reading, I'm going to pull 5 main things from the tea leaf fortune. So we've got fortunes. Hopefully they're positive fortunes. Okay. So what I've already shuffled your deck and everything. So I am going to go ahead and pull your first card, which is romance. And the message reads, love is set to sizzle. The chance for romance is high for those seeking a connection. So we'll see what happens when we pull your cards, whether or not we've got romance going on. But if you, I just love that whole idea, because to me, however you can get love in your life, whether, is just going to be a benefit for you, right? Love makes the world go round. Okay, I'm taking myself off screen and I'm going to start pulling your cards now. Gemini, your first card is the Page of Swords. Interesting. Second card, Four of Wands. Let's move these up. Then we have the Seven of Wands, Ace of Cups. Oh, and the 10 of Wands. Okay, so typically air is about sword energy. We don't have any of that. And we don't have any major arcanas either. Oh, wait, on the bottom of the deck, you've got the Chariot card and the Sun card, which is beautiful, right? So the Sun card is blessings. The Sun card is renewal. And again, I'm going to pull these 2 cards and add this to your reading today, only because the Chariot card does represent fast moving energy. I do feel as though April is going to be a very fast moving energy. This is also a card of potential travel. It is a card of potential movement in terms of you moving location. This is a energy of advancement and progression, and it is in a strong measured way, right? And then of course the Sun card has to do with renewal, growth, having the sun just healing. It's just a very healing card. It's about nurturing yourself. It's about growth, healing. It's about renewal. And because we do have that solar eclipse, this is another reason why I felt like I needed to pull this. You will need to pay attention to that day. So not only will you do your new moon affirmations and your new moon, what it is that you're trying to create for yourself. But that day is a very important day. If you get an opportunity to go outside and get some sunshine, it would be really advantageous if you could also take off your shoes and put your shoes on the earth in grass or whatever, because I feel as though that will reconnect you with Mother Earth during this very important day. All right, so I'm gonna stick these guys here. And we're going to start with your Page of Swords. So pages have to do with messages, and it also has to do with new beginnings, new paths, new directions, and it also has to do with apprenticeships. But as you can see, our page is walking this tightrope here, which I'm not exactly sure why she's doing that, but she's very interested in knowledge, attaining knowledge, getting knowledge. This could be representing that some of you have got some really great ideas coming to you. Again, you're going to want to keep a diary, or you're going to want to keep a journal, or you're going to want to write those down, right? So that they don't slip away. This could also represent that some of you are going back to school. Maybe you're taking some classes in terms of your business or your job situation, or it could also represent that maybe you are just investing in your spirituality. So you may be taking, some deeper kind of deep dives into whatever it is that is attractive to you. For me, it would be like tarot, anything spiritual that way, or learning about crystals and how they help you, or meditation, transcendental meditation, bringing in more light. How do we transmute some of these lower density energies so that we can rise above and step into our sovereignty more securely, right? So let's get some additional clarifiers for this card to see what else Spirit wants us to know about your Page of Swords. Now, it could be that you may be a mentor. Maybe you've got someone that is younger than you that is just really hungry for your knowledge and are full of ideas. Now, this person can be quite chatty. When they're younger, they have a tendency to also have that energy of a know-it-all, right? I've run into a couple of those. And of course, the swords energy does represent your energy, Gemini. So so you're very familiar with the individuals that represent this page energy for yourself. Okay, your first clarifier is the Knight of Cups. So some of you may be starting a new relationship. There is romance there. This is an opportunity. Knights are about taking action. So if you have met someone or that you are interested in someone, it's saying take action, make that connection. And then we have the Temperance card. The Temperance card is a major arcana card, and that is about balance. So however you are planning to move forward, whatever action you're planning to take, you do want to do it with patience. You do want to be cautious in terms of if you're signing any type of contracts. And you also want to be aware that you think things through. Now, if you look at this beautiful Temperance card, this angel, I believe this is Gabrielle, she is got 1 foot in the spiritual plane, 1 foot in the, 1 foot in the spiritual plane and 1 foot in the physical plane. So she is really balancing those energies, bringing all of her information in so that she can follow her path, right? So I feel as though that's kind of what this first message is about. Now, your next step, some of you are going to be celebrating. Now, the thing about the Four of Wands for me is when I look at the Rider-Waite deck, the Rider-Waite deck really looks like a gateway. And I feel as though this month is a gateway month for us. I do feel as though there will be celebrations this month. I do feel as though people will feel as though that something has lifted. As we go through this gateway, I feel as though something has lifted. Now, it doesn't mean that we still don't have things to, work through, or, our day-to-day struggles and those types of things. But I do feel as though there is something here that we will be celebrating this month. Now, some of you, it could be milestones. It could be, anniversaries. It could be birthdays. It could be, well, it can't be birthdays because your birthday is in June. Okay, so it's not birthdays, but you could be celebrating someone else's birthday, right? Okay. It could be graduations. It could be anything that you would celebrate with friends, anything that is allowing you to raise that vibration and be together and have that heart connection. So let's get some more details as to what else Spirit wants us to know about this Four of Wands for you. I do feel as though many people will be going through this gateway. I do feel as though that is what is pushing us through to the 5th. dimension. It doesn't mean that we're always going to be able to stay in that energy, but I feel more and more of us are starting to tip into that higher vibration. Yes, the sun comes up again. Woo! Okay, nurturing. And the Queen of Wands. Okay, very good. So the sun, of course, is that energy of rebirth and renewal, and having the sun shine down on you, blessing you, filling you with joy, all of those things, allowing you to really tap into your child like tendencies, right? Or that childlike energy within yourself. Now, the other thing that I will say about this card that I always seem to recognize when I get this specific card in this deck is that there's also this wall here, right? Now that wall is a wall that is around us. And with this energy, I feel as though it is saying that, you know, it's okay to let your wall down and to let people in. This is also a card of renewal and healing. So I feel as though some of us may really be working on healing some of our childhood issues or some of our childhood traumas. And we're in this safe, beautiful place in order to be able to do that. Okay. Now, the other thing that this card is saying is about the Queen of Wands. Now, this is my badass queen. She is full of inspiration, creativity, passion, motivation. She absolutely does not care what anybody else thinks of her. She lives her life on her terms. She has this black cat here that is her companion. She loves this black cat. Now, back in the day when tarot was created, black cats were considered a bad omen. They were bad luck. And in her mind, she says, absolutely, it is not bad luck. She has in her hand this sunflower, which is again representative of this sun shining down on you. Okay. And you can see all this beautiful energy here with that sun as well. So allow yourself to bask in the sunlight. I feel as though it'd be really healing for you. Your next card is the Seven of Wands. Now, typically this Seven of Wands is gaining experience or utilizing existing experience, gaining confidence of some kind. And as you can see her in this picture, this is a card of success, but she also is protecting her space, right? So it is one of those things where you might have recognition at work, or you've done something really amazing and you are being recognized, or maybe they're doing a write-up, or they're, you know, taking your picture and sending out emails, you know, to your company that says, look what you did, right? And you know, there are people that will champion you and that will say, that's amazing, congratulations. And then there's those other people that are kind of jealous because people have that tendency to have that energy. But as this is in our, excuse me, this is in our obstacles position, this could be an energy of you feeling as though you're having to defend yourself, defend your beliefs, defend the way that you think, feel, in regards to something that is happening in your life, or it could be just your belief systems in general. This is also a need to create energetic boundaries, right? So if you don't have any boundaries, that could be detrimental for you in terms of you want to always protect your space. So use the white light, whatever it is that is your spiritual practice as you go out into the world this month. Okay, so we're going to pull some cards to see what else this is representing for you, Gemini. What else does this Seven of Wands represent for Gemini for April, please, Spirit? Okay, here we go. First card is Four Cups, looking for emotional stability of some kind. Well, if you're feeling attacked, you do want to feel as though you're being supported, right, by those around you. And then the Two of Wands. Okay. Should I stay or should I go? Okay. Four of Cups. Fours are about stability and balance. This is representative of these three cups are empty. As you can see by his energy here, he has his body all blocked off because he's looking at his losses. So for me, this is a card of being grateful for the things that you have, being grateful for where you are, and just accepting the fact that you are where you are and you're the only one that can change where you are. This too has to do with choices coming in for you to either stay where you currently are, which is safe and which is comfortable to you, or do you want to take an opportunity and go out into the world and find some more passion, find your creativity, feeling inspired to go do something different that is not safe, right? This is adventuring out into the world. Now, if you look at this guy, he lives in his safe castle here. He has got the world in his hands. He has one of his wands here that is secured to his castle, and the other one is in his hand. So he's looking out there, looking at, what do I want to do? What do I want to create? Do I want to go on the adventure? Now, what I will say is that this is a choice that you are going to be faced in making this month. And I feel as though if you do, again, things will be moving very quickly, right? Things will be moving very quickly for you. Now, this is a card of travel, and it is a card of moving quickly, leaving behind everything that he was comfortable with, which is kind of exactly this same Two of Wands energy. But again, this is a choice. So you will be faced with that choice at some point in this month. Now, what is your strength? Your strength is you have a beautiful heart. You have such a wonderful heart, Gemini, and new opportunities are coming for you. So again, this is also talking about the potential of romance, right? So some of you might be finding new partnerships. You might be finding your soulmate. You might be finding someone that you might want to romantically be involved with. This is an opportunity to have heart connections, very deep, loving heart connections. It is an opportunity. So when it comes, you will need to do something about it so that you can benefit from the opportunity. So let's get some clarifiers for our Geminis for this ace, please. Man, so far this looks really good, you guys. Ace of Pentacles. So not only do you have an ace of cups, you also have this potential for a new career or a new opportunity to buy something big for your home, right? A new opportunity to find some answers in terms of potential health issues you may be suffering from, or that may be, surfacing for you to look at. So again, these are two opportunities, one having to do with your heart, relationships, listening to your inner voice. And then the second one, which is another gift from God, is one that is going to be about your physical security, your career, your possessions, your health, and your home. So it will be different for all of you. But it is opportunities. And again, you're going to have to take action with it. And you got the Chariot twice. Wow. Okay. So this is just reaffirming exactly that conversation that we were having earlier about the Chariot card. It's just confirming that. It's also, if you look at the difference between the two cards, because this is the Lightseer's deck. This is the Rider-Waite deck. And again, it is a gold card. So it's very positive. He's leaving everything he knows behind because he knows he has to go out there and do everything that he can to create the life he wants. So it is fast moving energy. I do feel as though that is coming in for you with these two opportunities. So it's really saying, once these opportunities come in, you got to take action, right? And this is a major arcana card. So it feels as though it's coming in. There is nothing that you can do to stop it from coming. You just have to make the decision as to what direction you want to go with it. Your last card is the 10 of Wands. Now, the 10 of Wands, excuse me, is a card of completion. It is saying that there is an end of a situation or end of a chapter. And as you can see, she is carrying a very heavy burden here. So some of you may be feeling as though you've been carrying a heavy load, as though you have been carrying everything, the weight of the world on your shoulders. Now she is transitioning away from her old life. So in starting something new now. And this 10 absolutely has everything to do with, oh, the need to put that heavy burden down. It really is saying that you've been taking on far too much. So during this time, you might want to take a step back and potentially let things go that no longer serve you. It's also an opportunity for you to realize that you yourself are very close to a very positive outcome in some situation of your life. So this message is saying you definitely do need to keep moving. You need to keep going. And that this ending is coming in for you and a new beginning will start. Because once you complete one thing, something new comes in, right? Okay, so, oh, we have the High Priestess. Wow. Okay, that means high intuition and the Wheel of Fortune. This is amazing. Okay, my high priestess, I love her. She is the one that has one foot in the spiritual realm and one foot in the physical world as well. She is our energy of um, intuition and mastery. She also is a bit of a mystery herself. She really taps into your subconscious. She is about gaining knowledge of some kind. I always feel as though she's really talking to you about your spiritual path. And as I was saying, step out into that sunlight. Make sure you ground your body. Put your feet onto the earth. I really do feel as though the 8th of April, if you were to really do your manifestations for the month, and then also recognize and realize that that is a gateway for us, that we definitely are going to be tapping into our higher gifts. And she is confirmation of that, because it's definitely saying that this is your lucky break. Karmic wheel is in your favor. You are definitely going to have some big changes coming in. And this is also the card that you are evolving, that you're making great improvements. You are ready to act, right? You're ready to move forward. You're ready to evolve. And this is another card of a new opportunity. So you've gotten quite a few messages here as to how this month, and specifically this April 8th solar eclipse, is going to be a catalyst for your life. So hang on, Gemini, because it looks really big. Now let's see how many major arcanas you got in this reading. So you got the Temperance, 1, Sun, 2, Chariot, High Priestess, Wheel of Fortune, Chariot, and the Sun again. And I really do feel as this is the gateway. I really do feel as though this is a big month for you, Gemini. I really do. I would love to hear your comments as to how this resonates with you, right? Okay, so now we're going to do your last 5 main themes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you've made it this far, please click the like button. It's so important. And if you're new to my channel, I hope that you'll subscribe. Okay, here we go. Gong, an exciting event. Yes, I do feel as though this 8th is going to be a big event for us. Scissors, disappointment in some affair. Now, it's interesting because I didn't really see any negative cards here. I mean, the only thing is just putting down this burden, but that doesn't mean that that isn't going to affect some of you, right? Because this is a general reading. And again, if you're interested in doing a deep dive on you, I do private readings. My details are in the description box, or you can go to Dawn Williams Tarot to find out my availability and pricing. Okay, then we have the barrel. You feel something is lacking in your life, perhaps love, money, or goals. So if that's the case for you, then use the month or use the 8th, which is the new moon energy, which is when we always do our intention setting for the month. Use that time to really work out exactly what it is that you feel as though you're lacking. And then ask for that energy to assist you so that you can create and narrow that gap for yourself. Okay, and then we have a haystack. Karma, you will reap what you sow. So if that's the case, make sure that you're sending out positivity, love, right? Romance. And then we have success. I love success. This looks so good, Gemini. I hope you have found some messages here that are helpful to you. I do know it's a big energetic month. I do see that we're walking through that gateway. We're all kind of holding hands, doing this together collectively. So I appreciate you being here. I appreciate all of your support in my channel and my work. And I wish you a very wonderful month of April. Cheers.